Yes people, welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'm going to reflect on my fight and my whole year, and also what I'm going to be doing after my fight, what I'm going to do for Christmas. So I had my 5th and final fight of the year just gone last weekend and absolutely smashed it. I fought in MTR Promotions against Brandon Bartel and came out victorious with the 5th round stoppage via flying knee to the body. It's been an amazing year of fights, from coming back from a bit of an injury and unsteadiness and not knowing what I'm going to do with myself. I've pulled out another 4 amazing wins, and it feels amazing doing that, you know. From the Hassan fight to the Luke Hill fight on quick rebound, then having some pullouts and then fighting Jordan Reed, and then another pullout and then fighting this guy. Brandon Bartel. It was an amazing way to finish off the year. My reflections on the actual fight was that I felt a little bit messy and that I only woke up in like rounds 4 and 5. I partly blame that due to my warm-up. I don't think that I warmed up correctly and I didn't feel sharp enough as I was going in there. I felt like still a bit unfocused. Part of that was due to the fact that personally I was buzzing the entire day. You know, sometimes I'm a little bit off and I can be not necessarily nervous, but more outbeat, you know, and just got like a high tempo, and that can affect me negatively sometimes. Also, the timing of the warm-up wasn't great, where there was a couple KOs before my fight, so we were on way before than we expected. But there were loads of positives to take for the fact that once I felt like I've caught someone, I was able to finish him off. Just represents that honey badger style and that instinct, you know, to finish off my opponents. I was practicing calf kicks almost in secrecy with Andy Turland. Wasn't really talking about what I was doing with him, but I was obviously saying I was training with him, and that paid off in dividends because I was able to shut down his calf and his movement, take away his lead switch kick, which was quite good for him, and was able to take big effect, you know, stopping his movement and coming down with body shots. So since I've had such a busy year and been very consistent, I'm gonna treat myself with a couple of things, such as, you know, being able to bake again, get tattoos, and a little trip away to Paris, and just the space away from the sport. You know, I've done my dues this year and will not be training for a little bit, you know, and just trying to heal some aches and pains. I got myself an infrared light lamp or something like that, so it's going to help with my inflammation and my little pains and niggles for next year. There's a big pressure and relief that's come off my shoulders since I've now finished the year off on, you know, being undefeated, and it's immense. You know, I've proven to myself that I am actually cut out for this sport and that I can do amazing things with the dedication and the commitment that it takes to become a successful fighter. I do believe that you need to improve your recovery every camp. You know, what's the next thing to help you recover better, and myself a red light therapy panel. It's obviously something that I've never tried out before, but I thought I'd give it a go because it was only something like 50 quid. It was quite cheap. One thing that I like to do after fights is to get tattoos. I have loads of Japanese style tattoos. I only have time to get tattoos right after fights because you shouldn't be getting tattoos in the lead up to your fights. So literally when I fought on Saturday night, Tuesday lunchtime, I was in the tattoo studio getting my back finished off. Sounds absolutely crazy, but I like to bake after fights. I think it's really relaxing. I like to make sometimes healthy stuff like oat cakes and healthy protein versions of stuff. But a lot of the time I like to just make the absolute filthiest thing I possibly can and just make it as aesthetically pleasing, you know. I don't know, it's just something that keeps my head swiveling whilst I'm not training, and it's quite good for the soul, I find, so I really enjoy baking. So in a few hours I'm going to be leaving the UK and going to Paris via the Eurostar. I've never been on the Eurostar, I've never been to Paris, so I'm pretty excited. I think it's going to be a great few days away, and it'll be nice to experience different culture.
Fucking dick.
So we've come up to this. This is gonna be bullshit. I've got past those stairs. Wow. More stairs. French coffee.
Wenn ich das Haus so lasse und einfach nur schön machen.